Hello everyone. Welcome to my live stream. We're only a few seconds in. So usually in the first few seconds, first minute, sometimes several minutes, I don't get anybody in the chat or even watching. So I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my water. I don't know why do not disturb won't work. Anyway, I'm going to go grab my water, but thank you for coming to my live. If you step in, today's topic is, let me start the poll. Are you a good friend? So today's question is, are you a good friend? But today's topic is just, do you have friend trauma? Are you a good friend? We're going to talk about friendships and stuff like that. Our experiences with friends or so-called friends. You know, sometimes we've been good friends and people weren't good friends to us, and sometimes people were good friends to us and we weren't good friends to them. And it could be a number of reasons why. I don't think most people are intentionally being a bad friend, but because some people are so caught up in their own lives, their own selves, that they in turn become bad friends. But there are some people who have problems and they are purposely being a bad friend to you. But there are some people who are going through their own thing and you're just like, you just got caught up with them, you know, in their situation. Let me give you an example. Say someone is going through divorce and their friend is, I don't know, having a birthday party and they didn't RSVP. They didn't send an RSVP. They didn't send an RSVP to their friend's party. They didn't show up to the party. You know, they didn't say happy birthday. And it may not mean they're a bad friend. It just means that they're going through something and it's hard for them to show up for other people. You know what I'm trying to say? Ahmed Hassan Salim says, hi, I am from Kenya. Nice place. Hi, I am from the USA. Yeah, this is a nice view. I'm probably going to go live for like maybe 30 minutes because I think it's going to get dark soon. But as long as it's not too dark, I will be live. Monk VR says hi. Hi, Monk VR. Where are you in the world? Ahmed Hassan Salim says that's good. Monk VR says I'm from the Netherlands. I've never been there before. So I do have friend trauma, to be honest. I've had bad experiences with friends, and there are times when I was also not a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Because of what I was going through. I don't think that I ever went out of my way to be a bad person or a bad friend, but sometimes when you're going through things, you hurt other people in the process. You know, what's that saying? Hurt people. And I don't feel good about it. I've never rejoiced in hurting someone. It doesn't feel good to hurt people by accident or on purpose. Ahmed Hassan Salim says, come to Kenya, Mombasa. Maybe one day. I've never been to the continent of Africa, and I don't know what country I would visit first. It's a nice place. Yeah, I've heard Kenya. I haven't heard anything bad about it. Maybe I would visit Kenya one day, but I'm thinking about maybe South Africa somewhere, or Egypt. I'm thinking those two places. Maybe even Ghana. Maybe Nigeria. I don't know, but I've never been and I want to one day. Heinz Jed says, I am from Philippines. Hello, Heinz. Rafael Caparzo says, hello from Brazil. Hello, Rafael. How's Brazil doing today? Or how's the weather in Brazil? Pretty nice and hot, unlike over here. It wasn't bad today, though. It wasn't cold. Monk VR says, if you go to the Netherlands, go to Amsterdam. I've heard great things about Amsterdam. I definitely would check it out. Thank you, Monk. You don't have to tell me twice. Ahmed Hassan Salim says, don't go to South Africa. Why not? Mong VR says, but there's really bad weather here. Oh, there's bad weather there. What, when you say bad weather, what do you mean? What kind of weather is it? Ahmed Hassan Salim says it's a bad place. Okay, so South Africa's a bad place. Pink Palm Tree Sweatshirt. Hi, Pink Palm Tree Sweatshirt. I really appreciate you coming to my live. You warmed my heart when you told me yesterday that anytime you see me live, you got to come in and give support. I appreciate it. Yep, you said I gave your stream a like. I appreciate it, Pink Palm Tree Sweatshirt. Thank you for the smiley faces. You made me smile with that. Ahmed Hassan Salim says gangs. Wow, gangs in South Africa? I got to look that up. Even in like Johannesburg and stuff like that? You know, I don't know anything about it, so you would know, you know? Abby Cox says it's really windy here. Yeah, it's a little bit windy over here too. Where are you, Abby? Monk says extreme rain, always cold, only sometimes in the summer. Okay, yeah, I don't really like extreme weather. I like mild weather. Ahmed Hassan Salim says a lot. And Ahmad Hassan says yes. Abby Cox says, have a good day. Thank you, Abby, you too. Pink Palm Tree Sweatshirt says you're welcome. Thank you, appreciate it. Abby Cox says Paris. Okay, you're in Paris? Paris. Is that how you guys say it? You don't say the S, Paris? I was trying to learn French, and I was on a good streak with learning French on Duolingo, but I fell off hard last year, and I want to try to get back on before the year's over. French and Spanish are two languages that I want to learn. There's other languages I want to learn too. I would love to learn like Chinese or Japanese, honestly. Monk VR says it's sometimes hot in the summer. Okay. Pink Palm Tree Sweatshirt says I also do Duolingo. Okay, what language do? You do, oh yes, Spanish. Spanish is something I would love to learn, but I was trying to learn French, and I was trying to focus on French because French is such a hard language to me. It's really hard to learn, and I know there's other languages that's way harder than French, but French has been very challenging to me. I wish languages were easier to learn. I mean, I wish we could use like a chip and just put it into our brain and just automatically like, download the language. It would be so much easier. But you literally have to like live, eat, breathe, and sleep another language other than your own to learn it. Ahmed Hassan Salim says, I have a good friend in Texas. Okay, that's cool. Texas. This ain't Texas. Woo! Anyways, that was Tex 'em Hold'em by Beyonce. I don't know the words. Monk VR says, all right, I'm gonna go sleep now. Okay, have a good night. It's 6:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. What time is it over there by you, Monk? Yaz Nazari is putting heart eyes emojis. Hi, Yaz Nazari. You like the view? It is pretty. It's gonna get dark soon. What is 23:29 though? I forgot how that works. I don't know how to do military time anymore. What is 23:29 in the U.S.? Let me go get the other phone. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. It's 11:30 p.m. Okay. Hold on, let me see me go back. Nizar Edits says it's 11:29 p.m. in Morocco. Cool. Yaz Nazari is put a question emoji. Not a question, but like a hand on the chin emoji. Monk says midnight. Okay. Ahmed Hassan Salim says here in Kenya it's 1:30 a.m. Wow, that's late. Nazar says me too, Monk. Monk VR says it's 11:30. Jari Euronen. Oops, sorry. Jari, what flag is that again? Is that Israel? Nazar, yes. I'm really bad with flags too, y'all. I'll be real. All right, good night, Monk. Nazar, is that a what flag is that? I can't really see that. Is that Ethiopia? No, that's Somali. Is that a Somalian flag? Abby Cox says, "You ever been to Hot Springs, North Carolina? It's fun. I've been to North Carolina, but not that area." Jari says that's Finland. Oh no, Jari says Finland is what 30 here? I can't see that. Ahmed Hassan says Kenya is 1:30 a.m. Okay. Yaz Nazari says live sound without picture. How interesting. You can see the view. You just can't see me. Finland. Okay, that's a Finland flag. Okay, thank you, Jari, for letting me know. I'm bad with flags. Can you tell? So, like, my first, like, best friend, I wasn't the best friend. Going back to the topic, today's topic is do you have friend trauma and are you a good friend? So, my very, like, kind of first bestie, it was a cool friendship, but it was an unequal friendship because I didn't know that a friendship entailed fighting for the other person. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't equipped for that. So it may have like look like I wasn't a good friend. It's not that, but it's sometimes when you're a kid, you're just about self-protection, self-preservation. So I wasn't a good friend when I was a kid, when I was really young. That friend that I'm talking about, she already had like established lifestyle and friendships that I didn't know about. And to her, fighting was the norm and it wasn't for me. So that friendship didn't last my entire life. But I have had moments of being a good friend, and there are moments of being a bad friend. But currently, standing where I am now in life, I am a good friend. But I have not been a good friend in the past before. You know, like I said before, hurt people hurt people. When you're going through things and when you're just trying to survive, you are just focused on yourself sometimes, and you may not check up on your friend like the way you should, or you may not reach out to your friend like the way you should. I think a lot of us learn how to be good friends in our household, and I don't think I learned the proper skills, and I just didn't know how to be a good friend. But I value friendship now, and I don't just call anyone my friend. I don't take friendships lightly. We have to like really build a bond, and you have to show me that like you're a good friend. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times people just throw the label friend on things, and they haven't given you anything to call them a good friend. Timothy Peters says hello. Hello, Timothy. Abby Cox says red flag meaning windy. Abby Cox says we have a red flag warning till 7 p.m. Okay, wow. That's very windy. Jari. Hey Siri, what time is it in Finland? It's 12:34 a.m. in Finland. Okay. And Abby Cox says number 1. So you guys leave a comment in the chat. Do you think that you're a good friend? Do you have bad experiences with friends? Any friend trauma? Let's look up what friend trauma means. Is it friendship trauma? Okay, I looked up friendship trauma, and it says friendship trauma can occur in a number of ways, including trauma bonding, the impact of trauma on friendships, and the pain of losing a friend. Okay, trauma bonding, a psychological phenomenon that can occur when one person in a friendship consistently treats the other poorly while also offering some positive reinforcement. This can create a strong emotional attachment. Even though the dynamic is unhealthy, signs of trauma bond include walking on eggshells, fear of abandonment, excusing bad behavior, one-sided support, feeling drained and empty. So I'm gonna be real with y'all, been in a situation where it was trauma bonding. So I do have experience with that, and it's not a healthy thing to do. And I don't want everyone to get back in there. I didn't even realize it was trauma bonding until like way after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And even in my family, it was trauma bonding. So unhealthy relationships was kind of like embedded in me because I grew up in an unhealthy environment. So it just kind of like set the tone for all my relationships in my life. If you don't have a good relationships with your parents or your family, you may not have a good relationship with other people because you didn't learn, like, the people who was supposed to teach you about love and friendship and happiness and caring and sharing and loving. If they didn't teach you that, you're not going to know how to do that with other people. You like truly have to heal from your household sometimes. Like, if you grew up in a toxic, abusive household, you definitely do need to get some healing before you can really put yourself in a healthy relationships, because any relationships after being in an unhealthy household is going to be probably most likely unhealthy, unless you find someone who's already healed and they're going to take you along with their journey and they're going to help you grow and do better. But it's really no one's job to heal you. You have to help and heal yourself. Abby Cox says Illinois is 5:35. Okay. Abby says just had a birthday in September 20th. Happy belated birthday. How old are you now? Abby Cox says we're watching Tool Time with Tim Allen. Okay. I used to watch that show when I was younger. This chair is missing a screw, so it's really creaky. It's a creaky chair. Jari says facts. All right. Trauma's impact on friendships. Trauma can make it difficult to form friendships, especially for children and teens. It can also make everyday life difficult and can disrupt a friendship and can disrupt a person's ability to share experiences with friends. Pain of losing a friend. Losing a friend can be painful because it means losing shared joys, memories, and emotional support system. Yeah, it's hard when you lose a friend or someone you thought was a friend. It's like a breakup. It's very sad. It's like a breakup with a romantic partner. Can you guys relate to that? Robert Myrie says, what's up? Hey, Robert, welcome back. Abby Cox is 19. Okay, girl. Abby, 19 is so young. If I could go back in time, there's so many things I would do differently. Abby, I don't know what your home life is like, but I recommend everyone go see a professional mental health therapist, a counselor, or someone to talk to them. Even if your home life is great, sometimes there might be areas that you might need help with, or areas that a professional can make you see differently. And sometimes it's best to get advice from a professional than to get advice from a friend or family member who are making poor choices, or they may not be able to give you the best of choices. You need a neutral party in your corner. So I highly recommend, if you haven't already, to see a professional and to love yourself. Loving yourself is very important. It will help you avoid making poor decisions with people and things in your life. And you just don't want to live a life full of regrets. You don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't do that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You want to have a healthy space in your life, so you want to be healthy so you can invite healthy situations in your life. You don't want to invite toxic people in situations in your life. So it's very helpful. I feel like everyone should go see a professional mental health therapist. I think I saw my first mental health professional when I was in my late teens, and by then it was like way too late, and I didn't know how to accept the help. I didn't know how to take it. It was foreign to me because getting help wasn't normalized in my family. No one went to therapy in my family. I didn't know anyone who went to therapy. So it was foreign for me. Even though I needed the help and I knew that something was right, I just couldn't see the process through. So I ended it early when I was young. But now that I'm older, I really do cherish and embrace counseling. I embrace it. It's a beautiful thing to get help with things that you need. Abby says, I always go to God and Jesus when anxiety comes. I understand that. And a lot of Christians feel that way. But you guys need to understand that you need real world advice. And do what you want to do with that. But I feel like some Christians act like they can't get professional help with anything else because God got it all. Jesus got it all. You go to school to have a teacher teach you something, right? You go to other professionals for things, right? So it's like, it's the same thing. You used to go to a counselor. Okay, Abby, that's good. %94 of the people said they are a good friend. That's good. I'm glad that you guys are good friends. I can't move the poll. Okay, there it is. It's gone now. You used to go to, okay, you already said that already. Okay. Well, that's good. Normalize counseling, normalize therapy. I think not enough people talk about it. And I've overheard people even saying, like, oh, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need that. And these are people, the people who need, let me tell y'all, and it's not to judge people in like whatever, but the people who need the most counseling, the most therapy are the ones that's going to tell you, I don't need help. I don't need therapy. I don't need counseling. They are the main people that need help, don't get the help. Like, people are in therapy because of people who need to go to therapy. It's really sad. And you can't make these people change. If they don't want to get help, they won't change. Abby Cox says, I graduated. Congratulations on your graduation. Abby says, I have sang on YouTube channel too. Okay, cool. I love singing. I love songs. So I will check you out. Leave a comment on my, after this video airs, or after this video is uploaded. After this live is done, Abby, if you can remember to come back to my video and leave a comment to remind me to go to your channel. But I'm going to screenshot your name, so hopefully I can remember to check out your channel. Parker says, hello, did you see the news today? What news? Oh my God, my arm. I've been having like, I don't know what's going on with my left arm. It has been bothering me for the past, I don't know, 3 hours maybe. It feels like, I don't know. It is, my arm hurts. And I just had a massage on Saturday. So I'm like, why? I mean, Sunday. I don't know what's going on. You said Bitcoin hit 73K. Okay, well, I don't invest in that, but whoever invests in that, good for you guys. Hi, Stella. Stella. So remember the other day when I was like, Stella. So I think I got it from Seinfeld when they were saying, Stella. Let me see if I could Google it. Why does Elaine say Stella? Elaine takes an excessive dose of muscle relaxants. Upon being introduced to Uncle Leo's wife Stella at dinner honoring Morty, an addled Elaine falls to her knees screaming, Stella, Stella, like Marlon Brando in A Streetcar Named Desire. Oh, let me look that up. Okay, so there's a movie called A Streetcar Named Desire. Rated PG from 1951. 2 hours, 2 minutes long. It's 97. Wow, I'm going to watch this movie. So it has 97% from Rotten Tomatoes, and it's on Tubi, YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango, and Amazon Prime. So yeah, that's where it's from. Stella. So I'm going to look up that movie and watch it because I want to see how he says Stella. Stella. Parker says, do you know how Michael Saylor is? Who is Michael Saylor? Stella says, oh. Abby Cox says, see you later. See you later, Abby. Stella is looking confused and laughing. Yeah, I was just saying when I saw your name, it made me think of that Seinfeld episode when Elaine was saying, Stella. But I never knew where she got that from. So apparently it's a movie that I'm going to have to check out. I'm going to have to check it out. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. I love watching new movies that I've never seen before. Stella says I have to go eat dinner. So bye. Bye, Stella. Parker says Michael Saylor said that people who use fiat as a store of value, we have a name for them, poor. Okay. Parker says he created MicroStrategy. Micro strategy. Okay. Parker says best performing stock. Thank you. You're like you're a very smart person, and I'm happy for you that you're so aware of, your financial goals and stuff like that. I wish everyone could be financially secure, financially educated. Financial literacy is very important, and I'm going to be real. Like, that's something that I need to improve on. Definitely to improve on that. But I'm proud of you, Parker. Good for you. But yeah, so let me go back to the whole friendship situation. Okay. So all this what I'm reading is from Google. So if you want to type in friendship trauma, AI overview will tell you a lot of information. Other things will pop up. So here are some tips for coping with loss of a friendship. Acknowledge your pain. Practice self-care. Avoid rumination. Exercise. Talk to someone. Read about others in your situation. Try a new friend group. Examine what went wrong in the friendship. And I think this can apply to even relationships not working out. Romantic relationships, you need to acknowledge your pain. Practice self-care. Avoid rumination. Exercise. Talk to someone. You know what I'm saying? Breakups are tough, and I've been through probably two bad breakups in my life, and I felt like I was extremely unhappy, and I didn't see happiness. I just felt like I was going to be unhappy forever, and eventually you get over it. It sucks. Grieving the loss of a relationship is terrible. It is like you feel like you're mourning their death. But yeah, being traumatized by a friend, does stick with you. You won't forget that, especially when you like really, you really thought that you guys had a good friendship, or you really liked the person, and they were like in your life for a while. It's hard to get over it. I should have went live earlier, but I didn't. So it's getting darker, so I'm not going to be on here much longer. um Parker says that is key. So yeah, 94% of you said you are. Let me end the poll. So my question for today in the poll in the chat is, are you a good friend? And 94% of you said yes. 6% said no. So that's good that most of you feel like you're a good friend. The trees look beautiful. Thank you, human first. Actually, it says 5% said no. Okay. The birds are just chirping away. Chirp, 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 chirp. The early bird gets the worm. I've never been an early bird. I've always been a night owl. Been through a lot of trauma in my life, so I was depressed the majority of my life, childhood, and I didn't even realize it. So I used to not want to go to sleep, not, couldn't fall asleep, too much thinking, too much worry, stayed up late, woke up late, and it was just like a bad cycle. Going to sleep late, waking up late, and I struggle with it to this day. But I have to like sometimes force myself to go to sleep. Put your phone completely away, turn it off, do not disturb, do like a nighttime routine, relax, breathe, you know, and go to sleep. Whatever you didn't do in the day, you got to do it tomorrow. Like thinking and worrying, and social media, and just having our smartphones on us, it makes it so much easier to stay up late. But worrying doesn't get us anywhere. Honestly, I had to learn that the hard way. Worrying does nothing. It accomplishes nothing to worry. You have to be active. So if you're worried about something, what action can you take to make it better? If you can't help the situation, you can't really worry about it. What's that saying? Focus on the things that you can change and not the things that you can't. Jari says, same here. Clock is 0:50. Luckily, I can choose when I go to work. When you say 0:50, I don't see what number is before the 0:50. What 50? 50 minutes after what where you are, Jari? Jari says, I basically try to start to sleep now. Okay, you're going to go to sleep now? Anyway, it's getting a little bit worker. I'm not going to be out here long, you all. Jari, I don't really understand like what a.m. What time a.m. In the U.S. we will say it's 1 a.m. We'll go 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. What time is it over there? You said 0:50. I don't know what is before that, so I'm a little confused. I don't know. I'm trying to understand, but I don't. But it's important to be a good friend. But first, you have to. Everything starts with self-love. If you don't love yourself, you're gonna treat other people bad, and you're not gonna be a good friend. And I know there's people out there who probably don't love themselves, but they treat other people good. But it's better to start with loving yourself, so that you know how to love other people. Like, I don't think like you could truly love others if you don't love yourself. You should be your number one priority, and then after that is your children, your partner, whoever. And it should be like a mutual relationship. Anybody you are in a relationship with, whether it's friendship or romantic, it needs to be equal. You can't be giving all the love and they're just taking. You can't be giving, and they're just taking. A healthy relationship is fairly even. You know, sometimes somebody's gonna do more, but you shouldn't be doing all of it. You know, it's a give and take. A good, healthy relationship is give and take. You give me love, I give you love. You help me with something, I help you with something. What's that saying? You scratch my back, I scratch yours. If you feel like you're in a relationship or a friendship that you're doing all the work, you're the one that's calling, you're the one that's always texting, you're the one that's always making plans, then you need to really reevaluate your friendship. Same thing with a romantic relationship. If you're the one that's doing all the planning, calling, texting, driving, going everywhere, paying for everything, and you're not getting any love or affection or acknowledgement or anything in return, you need to reevaluate that. You're being used, and that person doesn't really care about you the way you want them to care about you. It's okay to walk away from a relationship, from a friendship. There's millions of people on earth. Don't be so caught up in one person. Yes, you may value their friendship, you love them, but they don't value you, so it's time for you to walk away. They might be going through something, or they really are just not a nice person. But take yourself out of their lives, and if they finally come around and start treating you right, then I guess it's okay. But you can't. It's just not fair to you to be in a situation where you're not getting the same in return. Right? It has to be reciprocated, you know? You give, I give, you give, I give. We go back and forth like that. You talk, I listen. I talk, you listen, you know? You care, I care. And you show, and how someone shows you that they care about you is action. They can't just say, I love you, I care about you, I like you. If they're not actively showing up for you when you need them, they're not checking up on you, they're not hanging out with you, they're not making any time for you, they're ignoring you, then they're showing you with their action that they don't care about you. If they're only nice to you when no one is around, then it's not a real friendship. If they only acknowledge you in the darkness or at nighttime and in the day when they're around other people and around other situations, that's not equal. If they only deal with you when they're bored or have nothing else to do, it's not an equal friendship or relationship. People who really care about you take the time out for you even when they're busy. Right? If someone is always busy, always, oh, I'm busy, I just haven't had time. I'm just so busy. I'm just so busy. I haven't had time. Then they're just making an excuse. People go through things in life where that make them busy, you know, depression, anxiety, stress. But if they never take time out to check up on you and your friendship, then whether they mean to do it or not, you need to step away and just give them space to let them work out what they need to work out. Don't hurt yourself trying to love someone else. Know your value, know your worth in a friendship, in a relationship. It's very important. And if you don't think you can be a good friend, you need to really get some help. Speak to a counselor or a therapist to get to the root of the cause of why you can't be a good friend or a good boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or a husband. You clearly are unhappy. There's something going on within you that is not giving you the energy or the motivation to give to others. You're probably just stuck in survival mode, you know? Like I said, there's some people who are just not nice people, so they're not going to give you anything. But there's some people who want to give, but they don't know how to give because they're going through a lot. So don't just assume that someone not talking to you doesn't like you or they're not a good person. Sometimes they're going through something. It all depends. Definitely. It depends on the situation. But it's getting dark, everyone, and I'm going to come off now. I hope everyone continues to have a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself and only surround yourself, only be around people who show you that they care about you, not just say it. Action speaks louder than words, okay? Action, not. I was about to say. Oh. Action, not about Moses. I need some action, tender satisfaction. All right. But I'm coming off now, y'all. You see how dark it is? I don't want to have you guys in the darkness. I don't want to be in the darkness. I will go live tomorrow. Probably around 6. I'm going to try my best to do it before it gets too dark. I'll do my best. But if you are in the live chat in the beginning, the middle, or the end, or if you're watching the replay, I really, really, really appreciate your support. I really do. If you have not already, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in another live stream. I'm not sure when the new video is coming out. Live stream is the thing for me right now. It's helpful. It saves time and everything else. I hope you guys are okay with that. If not, I understand. It's not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. We're not for everybody. If someone rejects you, it's okay. There's somebody else who will like you. Someone else will love you. Don't let one person or a handful of people make you feel like you're so unlovable. All right? Okay, again, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in another live stream. It is 7 p.m. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? And I'm signing off.